Hey, 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 welcome to Wow, That's Nuts. Woo! Is that annoying enough for you? It is for me. You know, I had a birthday last week. I turned 48. I'm an old man. Now I got old man problems. You have old people problems too, huh? No? I do.
Let's not talk about all of my problems.
I was driving home last night and I felt like there was something in my nose, and I kept just touching my nose and I couldn't figure out what it was. And when I got home, I realized it was a long hair in my nose. And I had to clip it. That's never happened to me before.
What the?
Old man problems. It's disgusting. But I feel pretty good for my age. I just started lifting weights again with our cousin Darren. Which I'm pretty psyched about because he's super into lifting weights, and I haven't done it since college. And
I keep telling him every week I'm going with him. I don't.
Well, you should.
No kidding. Okay, now, yeah, I really don't have an excuse now because it's literally right in the backyard.
It's next door to your house. Yeah.
As we get older, we need to lift weights. You can't get around it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're going to end up with all kinds of problems.
Well, I guess it wasn't since college because when we were practicing at the factory when we were younger, was it high school? No, it was after high school too. College and after college. Like in our 20s, we were practicing because where we used to practice music, we had a weight station like right next to it. So we used to work out before practicing or after practicing music sometimes. And that was fun. But we don't have that space anymore, which is why we're crammed into a small room right now in my house. But we're making do with it. But yeah, I definitely feel better than I've been, lifting weights a little bit.
You know, I have a membership to Planet Fitness, and I think now, especially because this gym has been created and I have no excuse now, there's no reason for me to go to Planet Fitness. Plus, did you hear about that? There's something going around where some girl apparently got herpes at the gym because these pigs now go to the gym and they wear next to nothing. They wear literally their bathing suits to the gym. They're not even wearing underwear under their shorts and crap. And so she literally got apparently she got herpes.
Literal crap.
Huh?
Literal crap.
Oh yeah, you're going to pick up something in the gym, basically, because people are disgusting and they don't care. And so she went, she apparently got herpes on her arm, and she knows that she got it at the gym. She just knows that's the only place she goes. This is going around. And I guess, I saw a doctor's response to this, and they're like, yeah, that can happen. If you're touching, someone's, herpes juice.
Oh God. That's disgusting.
I know. Imagine trying to go to better yourself and you come home with herpes and you didn't even do anything bad to get that.
Well,
That's terrible.
That is pretty terrible. Apparently, that's a thing. Yes, it is possible to contract a form of herpes known as herpes gladiatorum, or mat herpes from gym equipment, mats, or skin-to-skin contact. It is caused by the herpes simplex virus type 1. And spreads via infected skin or fluids on surfaces. Symptoms include painful blisters and fever, often appearing on the face, neck, or arms. That's pretty scary.
Yeah, I'm going to call today and cancel my gym membership. There's no reason to go now. There's absolutely no reason to be there.
Well, for you, yeah, you're lucky because you have a gym next door to your house that only 2 other people go to. So that's pretty nice. But not everybody has that. What do you do if you're... I guess you can do workout stuff at home. That's what I've been doing for years. Yeah. I've been doing just body resistance training at home without any equipment, and it works fine. I feel great.
But some people go to the gym too for it's for something social to do because
that's true.
People like me that work from home, I never leave the house.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving the house for herp derp. I'm all set.
I guess you'd have to wear full body armor to go into the gym and work out to not worry about getting herpes.
I'm getting too old for this crap. This is just this is not okay. I'm all set with any of it. I don't need any of that in my life. I don't need to put myself in those positions. I'm good. I'm the old woman now that just has had enough. I've officially turned in the old woman that doesn't care and has had enough.
Speaking of old, I had a revelation the other day. Of the 4 bands that I'm actively in right now, I'm the oldest person in all of them.
You're the jackass in the band.
I'm the old jackass in every band that I'm in. In fact, so we filmed a promo. We filmed a promo video last week for one of the bands that you and I are in, and we're old enough to be the parents of every other member of the band.
I literally looked like the mom in the band. I looked like someone's mom joined the band.
Oh, that's nice. You brought your mom out. You put your mom in your band. That's so nice. Good for you.
Yeah, literally, like when I saw the footage back, I was like, wow, I look like the mama of the band. Like that's so cute. It's like a generational band here.
It's not, though. We're not related to any of them.
Oh, my God. I'm like, what am I doing up there?
Whatever.
Do you know, speaking of that, is that your mom? So, was it 3 years ago at this? Yeah, 3 years ago. This is like the most embarrassing story I'm about to tell, by the way. Like this, it doesn't get any worse than this. But that's why, like, I can laugh because that's what just keeps me going, is just being able to laugh about it. But anyway, Michelle and I were in Jamaica, and we were about to get, and I obviously, I'm not going to get into all my weight problems, but I'm not the skinniest anymore. So anyway, we went to get on the bus, and no, it was like it was one of those excursions, and the van comes to pick you up early in the morning. But in Jamaica time, they call it Jamaica time because they tell you to be down at the lobby for like 7:30, but they don't come till like 10 o'clock in the morning. So you're just sitting there like waiting, and we're like, angry.
It takes a long time to smoke all that weed.
We're just like angry Americans. Like we want things on time, but you can't be like that down there. So anyway, I went to go to the bathroom, and the I can't talk this morning. The van came, and the guy saw us, and Michelle's like checking us in or whatever. And I'm like, can I just run to the bathroom real quick? And I come back on the van, and Michelle goes, that guy just goes, is that your mom? Like, Michelle is 4 years older than me. And I'm like, this is bad. Like, this has gotten out of control. I need to go home and do something about this weight. And then I was thinking about it, and I'm like, that is like worse than telling somebody that they're pregnant. Like telling a woman are you pregnant? Like, that's worse. That is so much worse than thinking that someone that is my age, in fact, 4 years older than me, is that your mom?
That is pretty amusing.
Oh, God. Yeah, that one stuck. And then, it gets worse. Then we came home from that trip, and sometime in the fall, we went out to dinner. It was like one of the last nights you could like sit outside, in the fall. And we were in Guilford. And we were at this like nice restaurant, and the waiter was all nice to us and stuff. And then at the end because we were all dressed up, and at the end of the night, I went to give him my camera. I was like, could you take a picture of us? And he looks at Michelle again and says the same thing. Is that your mom?
To her about you.
Yeah, and we both went like this. Like, we both literally just like had a moment of like, that is awful.
Imagine if if you were at a show in Jamaica and that was part of the song.
They start playing it. Yeah.
Is that your mom? Is that your mom? Is that your mom you came with today? I think it's nice you brought her this way. You brought her here to see my show. Wait, that's not your mom? I didn't know. I'm so sorry for the slip. I hope you stay and give me a tip. It's not your mom. Now I know it's not your mom. It's not your mom. Now I know it's not your mom. That's too bad. That's a sad story. What are you going to do?
I don't know, but I'm not your mom.
Who cares? I'm at the point where I really don't care anymore.
See, I don't think people quite understand when you get to this age, you really don't. You don't care.
Well, people our age understand.
You care to like a certain extent, but like the days of like all of that, like worrying about that. Oh, please. I worried about that for years. I'm done worrying about it. You know?
Yeah, we wasted enough of our lives worrying about what other people think about us. Obviously, look what we're doing right now.
But that's not the first time that somebody has asked us on a trip a crazy question. When we went to Mexico this past year, we were, you know, because then I was thinking too. I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, maybe it's my posture. I got to work on that. Which I do, and I'm like, oh, I got to get more massages. So I try to go, but you know, they're expensive. But we went for a massage in Mexico, and after, like, the girl was literally falling asleep giving me a massage. And I was just like, all right,
how do you fall asleep giving a massage?
That's happened to me before. That's happened to me actually a few times in my life, that someone's falling asleep giving you a massage.
So the person giving you a massage was so uninterested that they were falling asleep?
Yes. So then you have to like start wiggling around to get them to like wake up. And then you feel bad because you're wondering, well, how many people did they have to give a massage to today? So like the empath in me is like feeling sorry for her already. I'm like, oh, this poor girl. She's probably like been working all day. And then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, no, they were on the beach like begging people to come to their massage parlor because nobody was going. And I'm thinking, well, now I know why. So then we went afterwards. We were in the bathroom, like we were in like the hallway where the bathroom was, and the both of us are in the bathroom, and we're the only ones in the stall. So we start talking, and we're like, yeah. I was like, that girl was falling asleep on me. She's like, really? And I was like, and what was that smell? I was like, then they started spraying rat poisoning around the room. I was like, we were choking. Yeah, they started spraying like some guy came in with like his mask on and started spraying in the corners of the room, and it's like left us in there. Like, you can't make this up. I was like choking. I told him, I was like, you got to get rid of this smell before we're gonna go in there. They're like, huh? And then anyway, we're in the bathroom complaining about it, and we're just like, yeah, and it stunk so bad in there. All of a sudden, like out of nowhere, I was like, are you crapping? And she's like, no, are you? I was like, no. So then all of a sudden, we're washing our hands and we realize we weren't the only ones in there. And one of the girls that comes out was the masseuse. And she goes, was there a problem with the service? We're just like...
No, I think there's a problem with your butthole, though. You may want to get that exercised. I think you got a demon up there.
Like, yeah. They're going to be talking about that probably the rest of the year. Remember those girls in the bathroom?
So someone came into the massage therapy place, sprayed rat poison, and smelled the whole place up. And then the masseuse stunk up the bathroom. That's a smelly trip you went on there. Maybe you might want to think about where you're going next time you book a trip.
Oh, we are never going back to this resort again. Don't ever go to El Dorado's. The first one I went on many years ago, 15 years ago, was awesome. But this one, I thought we were going to the same one. And we went to a different one, and it was hell on earth. I'm like, I'm done with all inclusive. Because you never know what you're going to get at all inclusive, and you're stuck there until you force yourself to get off the resort. You can't take it anymore. You're like, this food sucks. The people here suck. Like, I have to get out of here.
The one time I went on an all-inclusive trip to a resort was in Costa Rica on our honeymoon, Missy and I, and we took one step out of the all-inclusive place and saw all the poverty. I was like, dude, I'm never doing this again. I feel so bad. Mm-hmm. Like, it's awful.
Yeah. Well, you probably were like right off of the, like right near the airport, which it's pretty bad over there.
No, it was like a 2-hour drive from the airport to the resort.
You don't know what area you were in? You don't remember?
No.
Yeah. See, there's really nice areas in Costa Rica yeah, I mean, but they're living, like I was talking about before, they're living life, though. Like, they don't care. They don't care what car they drive. They don't care, like, they have better resources, natural resources that they use from the earth than we do. They know how to do stuff we don't know how to do.
Americans are air quotes spoiled by all the stuff we have, but really the people that are living without all the stuff we have are probably happier than us.
Like, just think about, like, did you ever, speaking of, did you ever see any of the channels of, like, the Indians on TikTok and how they're talking about, like, what happened to them and what happened to, like, you know, their whole tribes and everything? Like, they're getting into, like, their ancestry on TikTok. It's really quite interesting, and it's stuff that you're not going to learn in the history books that they know about, because it's, you know, that information was, like, passed down to them. But it's, you know, it makes you think they lived off of the land before we came and, like, destroyed everything.
Yeah.
And there are still people living like that. We forget that there are still tribes out there and people living like that. Look at, what is it? What's that island? North Sentinel. Sentinel. The Sentinel people. I don't know, how do you say? I'm an idiot.
North Sentinel Island is a restricted Indian island in the Bay of Bengal, home to the Sentinelese, an indigenous tribe of roughly 50 to 200 people living in total isolation. They vigorously reject contact, defending their territory with bows and arrows, making it one of the world's most inaccessible places. The government forbids entry to protect the tribe's safety and immunity from diseases. That's if you think about it, civilized humans are probably the most invasive species on the planet. If you look at all the infrastructure that we build and just destroy other animals' habitats, it's crazy. And all the animals, all the non-human animals on the planet have figured out how to do that without being so invasive.
Those people on that island, they said since the 60s, nobody has been successfully able to go visit them. But back in the 60s and 70s, there was one guy, and I guess he came, like, I don't know, a number of times. He came like 10 times or something like that to visit them. And that's the last time we were able to get information about those people. And you just think about it, like, they won. Like, they got to stay within their culture. Nobody messes with those people. There was a kid, there was like a 26-year-old kid. It's a kid to us. He went, I don't know what year this was. This was like recently, in recent years. And he went to try to talk to them about Christ, and he didn't even make it. Like, he was going to teach them about Jesus Christ. That was his whole purpose. And he didn't even make it to the island. Like, they killed him, like, as soon as he got there. Like,
yeah, here it is. In November 2018, American missionary John Allen Chow, 26, was killed by the isolated Sentinelese tribe in North Sentinel Island in India's Andaman Sea after illegally visiting to convert them to Christianity. Armed with bows and arrows, the tribe attacked, and fishermen reported seeing his body buried on the beach, which was never recovered. That's crazy. Well, they don't want to have any contact with us, obviously, so don't go over there.
But, like, we have it's kind of cool that we have no information about them. And think about it. They have zero information about us. Like, I don't even think these people have ever even seen, like, bowls or metal, or they're making all their own tools from scratch over there. And you imagine, like, they said that island is the size of Manhattan Island. So that's not a big island. So, like, what are they eating and doing all day? Like, I can only imagine.
Well, whatever they're doing, I would imagine they're probably happier than us.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I mean. Like, they won. They're so badass that everybody's like, leave them alone. Every government is like, leave them alone. Don't go over there. Don't bother those people. Don't talk to them about, hey, did you know that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior? Don't do any of that. Don't do any of that.
Can you imagine if we tried to, like, if America, especially if Americans tried to, like, go back to that lifestyle? It'd be impossible.
Nobody knows how to do anything. It would be absolute chaos.
We're too busy over here ordering poison at the drive-thru.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could never live off the land. I guess, well, Amish people do.
Yeah, they do, and but then they've got a host of other things they're dealing with. But who knows? Like I said, who knows what's going on with these other tribes too? You know, incest. Like, who knows?
That's true. Ugh. We have no idea.
Nope.
But I know one thing. If we went over there and tried to talk to them, they would look at us and say, "White devil," and kill us. Shoot us in the head with a bow and arrow. I'm all set.
Speaking of the devil, did you know that they're saying now that Satanism is on the rise, like worse than ever before? That to the point that I think the Vatican had to put out a statement, and they said that they're having like pop-up exorcisms all throughout Rome because it's so bad. Did you know that?
I'm not surprised. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with all the stuff we're doing to the planet. I mean, it's crazy. Let's take a look at this TikTok about that.
This isn't going too well. This next story could offer an explanation. According to the world's most senior exorcists, there has been a rise in spiritual distress and Satanism. Representatives of the International Association of Exorcists met with Pope Leo at the Vatican this week, warning of a concerning growth in occultism and Satanism. They're pushing for at least one exorcist in every Catholic diocese around the world in order to combat what they say are the actions of the devil. The Pope has previously expressed his support for the delicate and necessary work they do.
All right. I take this with a grain of salt because this is coming from the Vatican, and look at all the BS that they've been a part of for the past several years with the child molestation by priests and all that crap.
Absolutely.
So,
but my theory is there's still good people within all like denominations basically that are still trying to do that work, and like there obviously is a problem in this world. Like we said, there's a serious problem.
Well, of course, but is that the Vatican trying to cover up all the priest molestation charges, or is it a real thing? Or is it a combination of both?
I know from my line of work that it's on the rise. But you know, people are turning to that. Look at all, like we were talking about before. Look at all the artists that are. There's no veil anymore. They're blatantly telling us that they have been practicing this and that Satan is their master, and they're showing it now in everything that they do. So yeah, who knows? But the music and all that is affecting people more than we realize.
Well, I don't want to end the show on this very negative note. So let's pivot to something else before we get out of here.
Pivot to picking your nose in the car, thinking it's a long hair.
No, I was not picking my nose. I said that I felt something in my nose. I wasn't picking it.
I picked my nose.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Old lady picking her nose. I don't think we should end on that either.
Let's write a song called "Old Lady Picking Her Nose."
I don't think so.
Imagine opening an album cover to like 50 years from now, and the name of the song is "Old Lady Picking Her Nose."
I would be into that. Like I said, like we were talking about with the whole like how we're not into musicals on one of the other episodes. I would be if there was a lot more toilet humor in the musicals. So same thing goes with whatever genre we're talking about here. Let's bring back more toilet humor. That's what's going to save us from Satanism. More toilet humor. Let's get it going, folks. All right. Anyway. We're going to wrap it up. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching and listening. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.